guests and fellow Toastmasters to get up here to speak. Are you bragging? You think about it, please don't pick me. Or you think, pick me, I have something to say. Pick me, I don't want to speak. You know, we yo-yo on things. Tonight, though, you're going to have an opportunity to choose a topic that means something to you via an illustration. So think for a moment. What do you want? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to have, to own? What do you want to do? When you think of that, does a picture come up? How many of you have done vision boards? Okay, good. So this is what we present to put together things we want to have in our life. Picture, that's how the brain works. So today, taking it on that theme of something that you would like, at this time I would really like to see some volunteers, just some hands that would like to talk about a subject of their choice, a vision, something they would like to do. And the topic is about a minute or two. Yes?
Anytime. You usually volunteer?
Yes, I do. I'm looking for volunteers. Who would like to come forward?
Point of order.
Could you give
The time, what's the time limit to take for?
1 to 2 minutes, and I did not review the stop sign. So could we have the time explained to us?
For Tabletopics, the time range is 30 seconds before the green and 2.5 minutes or 30 seconds after the red to be qualified. Green is at 1 minute. Yellow is at 1.5. Red is at 2 minutes. 30 seconds past the red, you're disqualified. 30 seconds before the green, you will be disqualified.
So a volunteer. The topics that we'll be speaking about, again, why would you want this in your life or not? Why others would want it or not? And what others would get from having this. You know, people over here. So volunteers, please.
Volunteers.
Come, step forward.
Certainly.
So thank you. Your topics are here. So in looking at something, what do you envision? Something you would want for someone else, or possibly something that doesn't interest you at all, and you never want someone else. So please introduce yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, most honored guests. My name is Gene Summers, and I am a former president of this club. It's been about 6 months since I've been up in front of anybody, so my skills might need a little bit of honing tonight. Money. It's that all-powerful, all-moving force that makes the world go round, isn't it? Mr. Ponder, how would we do it if we didn't have any money? Could we barter, swap, and trade to get what we want? I think we need to go back to that system, because I certainly want to trade and barter for a gallon of gas each day. I looked at the pumps and it said $4 and change today. No, it's not beginning. Where are we going to go with this? How much further do we have to go? We need to carry a wheelbarrow full of money to go to the grocery store, to go to the gas station, to become viable members of society. And if you don't have a big enough wheelbarrow to buy a loaf of bread with, what good will your money do? Do we have something that we can trade up, trade down? Can we give up our time, our effort, our energy to accomplish a task, a goal? Somewhere that we can be part of a new society that doesn't rely on pocket change. They did it 200 years ago. They did it 50 years ago. And you know that the barter, swap, and trade system still exists today. But you got to pay taxes on what you barter, swap, and trade for. It's true. I traded my hard-earned money for a boat not too long ago. I wanted a boat really, really bad. My wife thought I was insane. But I had the boat, and I bought it at an auction. A charitable auction, no less. I had the boat for all of 10 minutes. Because the people that said that they sold the boat to me said that they didn't sell the boat to me. My hard-earned money was tied up in their bank account. I did manage to get my money back, although the boat had more water on the inside than it was floating in. But I had spent my hard-earned money to buy a boat. My wife still thinks I'm a little insane, and I still want a boat, but I need more money. Now,
Well done, yes. So take a moment. When you present information, if you present it as you're just sharing, we have impromptu conversations constantly, face to face. And this is an audience that is very welcoming. So next volunteer. Let's see on this side. Come on. Yes. Yes. Anything else? My pleasure. Go ahead and let's journey over to the topics table.
The topic is health. The topic is health. Health is that which we all relish, yet we put the relish on McDonald's. We put the relish on the Wendy's, right? Is that health? Or is that toxic? We talk about wanting health. We talk about the need for health care. Yet, what we do is we look at these prescriptions, we look at the hospitals, we look at all this money that we spend on fixing ourselves, but we don't invest in health. What I'd love to see is for all of us, especially our youth, to focus on health. Not getting broken, not looking at what my generation's done, it causes us to get broken. So we go and get fixed, but we don't really get fixed. So the reports now say that the youth of today is the first generation that is expected to live a shorter life than their parents. It's health. What we need to do is what we put into our body becomes us. There's an interesting book I would recommend if you would want to read. It's called The Lives of a Cell by John Miller. It was published back in the 1970s. What The Lives of a Cell talks about is how the earth is analogous to a cell in our body. And how we treat the earth is how we treat our bodies. What we put into the earth, what we put into our bodies becomes us. When you put food into your mouth, you put healthy food into your mouth, it goes down, becomes digested, and becomes healthy cells. If you put bad stuff into your bodies, all these chemicals, there are some 60,000 chemicals in our environment that are not tested for their impacts on your health. There was a whole act of the government that said all chemicals that were in the environment when this act went into place, you don't have to test them for the health on the body. So please, watch what you do. Put yourself first to your health. Thank you.
Shaking in the booth, but would you like to have this? He's so sweet. She went to 2 minutes. Come talk to me. Alex is her dream car. So tell us that.
I want a car when I'm older for a lot of reasons. Because a lot of times right now I don't have a ride to hang out with my friends or to go see people. And on a car would just make things so much easier and more convenient for my parents. looks really cool and it comes in a lot of different colors. And it looks really, I just, the way it was.
And what are you going to do for that?
Work. And some trims.
And what kind of grades would a student have to get to deserve to have that?
Probably
Real good grades. Now, if you notice the bottom picture, see how that blurs out? Does he look real happy?
no.
So what else has to be taken care of in the living?
You have to take care of the inside, so you have to kind of know how cars work. Because if you get like pulled over on the road because your car stops working, then you kind of have a problem.
So taking some classes, maybe you can have some responsibility. What a beautiful dream. We all have dreams and visions. Thank you so much. So vision boards, things we put into our minds, things that we want or things that we want to avoid. Remember what we think of, what we imagine can come about. If it stirs us to every day take a